I can't help but smile when I look at him. He's sitting on the couch in my living room, his feet barely touching the floor. At 6 feet 4 inches tall with arms that could easily compete with tree trunks, I feel like a giant next to him. He's not just short, he's probably no taller than 5 feet 1 inch, but also thin, like the wind might blow him away. "You're really comfortable, aren't you?" I say, crossing my arms and leaning against the wall. My muscles become even more pronounced in this position, something he doesn't seem to know where to look at. He gives me a nervous smile, adjusting the glasses that keep sliding down his nose. Of course, it's a nice house. I let out a short laugh and walk over to him, each step echoing across the floor. When I'm beside the couch, he has to tilt his head back to look me in the eyes. I place my hands on my hips and lower my head slightly. "I bet you've never been this close to a woman like me, have you?" He swallows hard, and the way he averts his gaze is answer enough. I can't resist the impulse. With one hand, I grab his shirt at chest level and lift him. He lets out a small yelp of surprise as his feet leave the floor. "Hey, what are you doing?" "Just showing you who's in charge here," I say, laughing. "Look at you. You're like a rag doll." I hold him in the air for a few seconds before lightly pressing him against the wall. He weighs nothing to me. It's almost fun. "You know you don't stand a chance against me, right?" I ask, leaning in until we're face to face. He tries to respond, but he's too busy catching his breath. I lower him slowly, letting him slide down the wall to the floor. He adjusts his rumpled shirt, giving me a look that's equal parts embarrassed and amused. "You really like showing off your strength, don't you?" "Of course I do. And you're the perfect volunteer," I say, flexing my arms. "Want to see what else I can do?" Before he can answer, I crouch down, grab him by the waist, and lift him above my head like a barbell. "Hey, is this safe?" "For you, maybe not. For me, absolutely. You weigh nothing." I take a few steps around the room with him overhead, laughing at his attempts to balance himself. Finally, I set him back down, but not before ruffling his hair. "You really should consider hitting the gym. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be able to lift me like this." He crosses his arms and tries to look offended, but the smile on his face gives him away. "Maybe I'd rather have you as my bodyguard." I let out a loud laugh, picking him up again, this time under his arms, like a child. I spin him around in the air before setting him back down. "All right, little guy. I guess I can protect you, but don't expect me to go easy on you." He smiles, adjusting his shirt once more. "You really don't know how to stay still, do you?" "Not when I have something this fun to lift," I reply, winking at him. The truth is, I enjoy this dynamic. The difference between us is almost comical, but somehow it works. And if he thinks this is where it ends, he's very wrong. After all, I haven't even shown him how fast I can run while carrying him on my back. I glance at the staircase leading to the second floor and get an idea. Without a word, I scoop him up in a bridal carry, his arms flailing in surprise. "What now?" he asks, his voice half exasperated, half amused. "We're going upstairs," I say with a grin. "I want to see if I can carry you and run at the same time." "Wait, run? Are you serious?" I don't answer. Instead, I start up the stairs, moving faster with each step. He clings to my shoulders, his nervous laughter filling the air. By the time we reach the top, he's out of breath from laughing so hard, and I'm still not even winded. "See? Easy," I say, setting him down gently. "Now, how about some push-ups with you on my back?" "Push-ups? You're kidding, right?" I shake my head, dropping to the floor in a plank position. "Climb on." He hesitates, but eventually he sits on my back, his weight barely noticeable. I start doing push-ups, counting out loud as he holds on. 10, 11, 12. "Come on, you're too light. Try to make this challenging." I don't know whether to be impressed or offended, he mutters, though I can hear the smile in his voice. After a set of 20, I stand up, lifting him off my back in one smooth motion. He looks at me with mock indignation. "Do you ever get tired?" "Not when I'm having this much fun," I reply, setting him down again. "But let's see how strong you are. Try to lift me." His eyes widen. "Lift you? Are you serious?" You're twice my size. Exactly. But you'll never know until you try. He sighs but steps closer, wrapping his arms around my waist and trying to lift. I don't budge, of course, and he quickly gives up, laughing at the absurdity of the situation.
Yeah, no.
That's not happening. Good effort, though, I say, patting his head. Maybe with a few years of training, you'll get there. We spend the next hour testing my strength in every way we can think of. I carry him piggyback down the stairs, hold him with one arm while spinning in circles, and even lift him with just my legs while lying on the floor. By the end of it, he's laughing so hard he can barely stand. You're ridiculous, he says, collapsing onto the couch. But I have to admit, this has been fun.
See?
I told you, I reply, sitting beside him. You just have to embrace it. Besides, how many people can say they've been a human dumbbell? He shakes his head, still smiling. Not many, I guess. As the evening winds down, I lean back, resting my arm on the back of the couch. He looks up at me, his expression softer now. You know, for all the teasing, you're pretty amazing, he says. I raise an eyebrow. Oh? Finally admitting it. He nods.
Yeah.
Just don't let it go to your head. I laugh, pulling him into a playful side hug. Too late. And with that, the day ends on a high note, both of us content in our odd but perfect dynamic.